Well, hello. It's your pal, the pitch freak, Antonio White, and I am so glad you decided to join this program on how to stop selling yourself short and pitch like $1 billion badass. Let's get right to it. Okay, this program is broken up into 3 parts. Part 1 focuses on how to describe your value to your customer. Part 2 focuses on how to incorporate emotion into your writing and into your pitch so you can create a deep emotional bond with your customer. Part 3 is where we put everything together so that you can capture your customer's attention for that critical first moments of your presentation and maintain it all the way through to your close. Let's get started. Okay, let's talk about value. In my mind, in my experience of 25 years of helping companies pitch and selling millions of dollars worth of services and helping my clients sell tens and hundreds of millions of dollars of services, nothing has provided better value to me than be able to articulate my value or my customer's value to their customers. Being able to articulate your value is probably the number one skill that you can have in any type of sales capacity. It separates the pros from everyone else. Let me show you the key building blocks of describing or articulating your value to your customers. There are only 2 reasons why somebody doesn't buy from you. Number 1, they don't have the money. Number 2, they don't see the value in your offer. Let's focus on how to articulate your value to your customer with these 4 simple exercises. Step 1. Pick one of the most important, valuable features of your product or service. Only pick one. What is the most important, most valuable feature in your product or service from your customer's perspective? Take a moment and write that down. Pause the video while you write that down. Take a moment, write that down now. Okay, great. Now I want you to write down how your customer uses your product or applies it to solve their problem or fulfill a need. Go ahead and write that down now. Pause the video. Okay, great. Now that you have that, I want you to write down how your client would solve this problem or fulfill this need if your product or service wasn't available. If you need some ideas, it's possible that there was no solution before your product was available. Or perhaps there's a significantly more expensive solution in order to fulfill that problem. Perhaps it takes longer. Perhaps it's more complicated. Perhaps it's more dangerous. Perhaps there's more errors. There's all sorts of situations in which the alternative approach to yours makes yours such a winning proposition. Now we're going to wrap it up by focusing on this critical last part of the value articulation, which is describing the difference between your offer and the alternative way of doing things in the past. Now remember, there could be things like increased expenses, there could be things like taking significantly longer, not being able to get to market fast enough, having more errors, being more dangerous. Any number of things can be the difference between those two. You need to determine the benefit. Why is that difference important to your customer? So you're going to figure out what the difference is between your current offer and the alternative that your customer would have if your offer wasn't available. What's that difference and why is that important to your customer? Once you put that together, that is your value. Great job. I'm proud of you. Now we're going to get on to video 2, where I'm going to share with you how to bring emotion into your sales pitch so you can create a deep, meaningful connection with your prospect. That's coming up in the next video. I'll see you there.